So it's a little bit past midnight when I'm recording this video. I was just laying in bed and I saw a couple of other creators post their reaction to what Fntastic posted on Twitter earlier today, or yesterday technically. And I know by making this video, I'm giving them an ounce more attention than what they actually deserve, but I feel like it's a video that I feel like I need to be making, right? And if you read the title, yes, I am responsible for why the day before has died. I am responsible for why Fntastic is shutting their doors, or supposedly shutting their doors. We'll get to that in a bit. So without further ado, let's press F to pay our disrespects and get ready to piss all over the grave, because today we are talking about Fntastic, hopefully for the last time. And if you enjoy what you see today, be sure to sub to the channel. Okay, let's continue. This is going to be another video that's off the cuff for me. I'm not writing a script. I've just got a lot on my mind and I want to say it. I want to get it on recording so I can hopefully get it done before the end of the week. So what I'm about to read off is coming from a tweet that they posted hours ago, right? Probably about 24 hours ago, roughly. And the tweet says, recently, a lot of misinformation has emerged on the internet from supposedly anonymous sources. Fntastic provides an official response to these statements. Hashtag Fntastic, hashtag the day before. Now, this would be the second time that they tweeted this. Yeah, their first one got hit with that chef's golden kiss community notes. And I guess since Fntastic knew they had been community noted and that was looking terrible for them, they took down the tweet and then brought it back up again, which unfortunately hasn't been community noted yet, but hopefully by the time this video goes out, it will be. So let's go ahead and break this down bit by bit because I'm going to pop the fuck off. This first part says, anonymous people allege that we deceived players. We worked hard and honestly on the game for 5 years. Bullshit. We didn't take a penny from users, didn't use crowdfunding, and didn't offer any pre-orders, which this is the only credit I'm going to give them. They didn't ask any money from anybody. Now, when it comes to investors, I have no idea. I don't know anything about the investor side of it. Even after the game was closed, we, together with the publisher, returned money to all players, including forcibly issuing refunds to those who did not request them. Yeah, I know that around the time that the game came out and people were just unhappy with it, they were demanding refunds, and while people were able to get them from Steam before all this, they then ended up just releasing the refunds anyways. How many companies return money like that? We are not a fly-by-night company. We have been operating since 2015 and have always conducted our business honestly. Guys, Fntastic, don't be fucking changing the narrative and making yourself look like, oh, look how honorable we are for returning money. This was the literal bare minimum you could do. Don't be acting like you're some big, better company because you refunded people. So this next part, anonymous former employees tell different stories about the development. I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but roughly after the day before came out and roughly after Fntastic announced that they were shutting down servers, a lot of different people, either volunteers or paid employees, came out and talked about their development on the day before. They go on to say, we're unsure whether these employees are real or not, but we had excellent relationships with our team. You sure about that? And you know what's so hard to tell? I don't know if you guys are lying or actually being honest when you say that, because everything you've ever done is a lie, right? Despite being a small indie company with a limited budget, we assisted employees with relocation and healthcare and helped some of them to buy equipment and with their mortgages and other personal matters. Great. Cool. What the fuck does this have to do with the day before? Our low churn rate and the fact that half of those who left returned to the company demonstrate our positive work environment. 100% of the team did everything they could to make the day before a success. I call bullshit to the highest degree, because if they did, the game wouldn't have flopped as hard and it wouldn't have died in 4 days. Okay, this next part. Who made money on the day before? Certain bloggers made huge money by creating false content with huge titles from the very beginning to gain views and followers, exploiting the lack of information about the game's development, which, by the way, was on you. You are the fucking people that did not put anything out about the day before. So how did you have the gall to blame us for putting out information when you guys couldn't fucking put out any information for 5 years? Their actions triggered a gold rush among content creators due to the game's pre-release popularity. Don't assume that all of us were chasing a bag because we wanted our 15 minutes of fame because, guys, look, bad pre-release game that may not be real. Haha, good money. Am I saying that there weren't any creators out there that did that? No. I'm pretty sure there were a few of them that only saw this as a perfect opportunity to get their views up and to make extra money. I know that there are people like that out there. But if you look at the playlist that I have on my channel, I have almost 10 videos about the day before. And while you could say that all of them are pretty much me shitting on it, that's pretty much what it all boiled down to. And the one time that I tried to go to bat for you guys, because I was like, hey, maybe they got their heads out of their ass. Maybe they are doing something well. I had to private the video because what you guys put out would have made me look like an irresponsible asshole. You know, but hey, Fntastic, if it's really worth your time and effort, you can get the what, like $10 that I made off all those videos because I was only monetized for a short bit of them when I made those videos. If you can prove to me that those 5 years were spent working on the game and actually doing hard work like you claim you do. All right, here we go. This one's probably like the biggest one, right? Why do they say that the released game is not the same as that in the trailers, and why was the game closed? We implemented everything shown in the trailers, from home improvements and a detailed world to off-road vehicles. We only disabled a few minor features like parkour due to bugs, but plan to include them in the full release. Nah, I'm not buying that. When you take this game going from like a survival open world MMO to nothing more than a shitty extraction shooter, that tells me that you guys slacked and delayed shit so bad that you had no choice but to release the game at that point. But if you guys would have came out and you would have said something like, hey, we've had some misfortunes happen, we have to change how the game is a little bit, I hope you guys aren't mad, we would have been pissed, but we probably would have allowed some leniency, not a lot, but maybe just a tiny bit. Just the slightest bit of communication could have helped y'all out in the long run, but you stayed fucking silent, and this is what happened. Remember the experiment where you're asked to count pink objects in a room and then recall the blue ones? No, what kind of brainwashing bullshit is that? You won't remember any. It's all about focus. The negative bias instilled by certain bloggers making money on hate affected perceptions of the game. No, it did not. You guys affected the perception of your game. The lack of communication, the bullshit trademark dispute that you had to go through because you didn't secure your name. All of it is on you. Quit blaming other people for your misfortune and your downfall. Look at unbiased gameplay like Dr. Disrespect stream at release. I recall that there were certain moments where Doc was getting visibly pissed because he kept shooting the zombies and the delay in the desync was so fucking bad he couldn't kill any of them. If he did, there wasn't any satisfaction. He looked pissed. He looked utterly disappointed. So no, I wouldn't say that he was unbiased, and mostly because he couldn't say anything bad about the game, I'm pretty sure, but even if he did, then like, welcome to the club, Doc. Despite the initial bugs and server issues, he liked the game, which we fixed later, and the game received improved reviews over the weekend. No. No, hard cap. No, I don't believe that. You cannot sit there and tell me that he liked the game. I want to hear it directly from Doc. I want to hear it directly from him. Even if he said it on a stream, I'm not even going to count that. I want to know how he feels about it right now. Unfortunately, the hate campaign already inflicted significant damage. Go fuck yourself, Fntastic. You guys are such crybaby bastards. It is unbelievable. You know, for my final thoughts, if I want this to be the final nail in the coffin, I really want there to be industrial-sized nails used, okay? Because I don't want these fuckers springing back up from the ground. Fntastic, you can sit there all day and blame people like me, you can blame people like Big Fry, you can blame people like Kira, you can blame all these other people for your downfall, but the ones who ultimately caused it were you. Y'all were the company that tried to tout that you were making a game that seemed bigger than life itself. You had 5 years, and you had time, and you had chances given to you so easily to make this game appear to us like it was real. And then with that final trailer, some people were like, oh shit, maybe they could pull it off, maybe. And then the game released, and it turned out to be the worst game of 2023. Matter of fact, I think the worst game of the 20s so far. And it was all caused by your negligence and your dumbass business practices. You know, and in the same response to go on and say that you've helped out your employees, that you've never stolen money from anybody, and that even Dr. Disrespect liked your game there, bud. I'm proud of you. All of this could have been done with if you would have just stayed down, if you would have just taken the fall and not gotten back up. But since you wanted to pick yourself back up and try to make amends and try to explain yourself once again, now you got everyone on Twitter clowning you. You've got YouTubers clowning you. You've got articles clowning you. For what? For what purpose? Oh, to say that you've never taken money from anyone, to say that you paid your employees well, so fucking what? If I were you guys, I would stay out of the game space. This is not a good look for anybody that's worked for you, Fntastic. Honest to God. And now I turn the mic to you. Let me know down below what you think about Fntastic. And while you're down there, go ahead and smash that like button and scam that sub button to all so YouTube can show you my content free of charge. And if you enjoy the content and want to support me, I have tiers starting out at 99 cents a month. Shout out to the current channel members. You guys are absolute legends. This is Sir Blackout signing off to hopefully never talk about this goddamn company again. I don't want to ever see them again. Please, Fntastic, stay away. Later.